Welcome back to the Big Nickel podcast. I'm here with Franklin. Say what's up.
Uh,
Mr. Greatest. Say what's up.
What's up? Second week in
And
a row.
co-producer Moke. Say what's up, Moke.
pip pip cheerio.
Pip pip. Okay, today it's gonna be a shorter episode. We're gonna be doing just a wild card recap, talking about the wild card weekend, and we're going to do a divisional round predictions and just like overall what we think is gonna happen. So let's just get into the super wild card weekend, or we're actually started off today. We'll get at least Frank and Mr. Greatest are in the same division, but Doug Peterson gets fired. Any thoughts? Any thoughts about
Good.
that?
Finally. What took them so long?
I mean, not good
He
for
wasn't a
y'all.
good
He sucks.
Yeah, but he's not the problem. Their GM is the problem.
Yeah, but Doug Peterson definitely doesn't help. Did not think they were gonna fire him, honestly.
Did not think that
Did
was
not
gonna
see that
happen,
coming.
but don't
Did not
care.
see that coming, for real.
Because of Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
That's why he fired him.
Yeah,
What happened with Carson Wentz?
He was going to leave
Yeah.
in Doug Peterson stays.
yeah. He didn't like Doug Peterson.
Wow.
He never liked Doug Peterson.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a little
Because
weird.
he bitched him.
Yeah,
Well, he was playing bad.
he was a
I
bum.
know.
Okay. So just some quick news. Yeah, I got that out of the way. We'll move on now to the Super Wild Card weekend. It was a lot of good football. A lot of good football this weekend. We'll start it off though with the Colts versus the Bills, 2 seed versus a 7 seed. We all came in last week. I think we all predicted Michael, you predicted Colts, I guess, but everybody else
Yes.
predicted Bills, and Bills barely scraped by with a win. It was a good. I mean, Josh Allen, not the greatest at the start of the game, first half, but definitely came out second half, and that was the Josh Allen we're used to seeing. Anybody else have any thoughts about that one as they just scraped by the Colts?
Well, Blankenship sold the bag, for being honest.
No,
He had
just
7 missed points and kicks, which would
Yeah.
have won them the game.
Yep.
So I stand by my Colts prediction. It would have been true if
Yeah.
Omi would have made it.
I mean, Philip Rivers, he all he did was play average, and it gave them a chance to beat one of the best football teams right now. And
Yep.
just 27 for 46. That's okay. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. If anybody, granted, they had their rushing game, over 150 yards combined between Jonathan Taylor and Naheem Hines. It's just it was a good game overall for the Colts, but they can't beat the Bills and Josh Allen. Frank, do you have any thoughts about that one?
Bills did the same thing last year versus Houston, but
They didn't
difference is
win.
they actually won the game.
Yeah, I remember. I thought the Bills were going to win that game last year. That's the one. Sean
I don't
Watson,
even
I
remember
think
that game.
he escaped the
He
sack
had
and
that crazy play at the end.
dumped it off, and they
Oh,
got it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mr. Greatest, any thoughts about that one that haven't been said yet?
No, not really.
Not really. Yeah, it was a good game all around. It was a good one to start off the wild card weekend, a little unexpected, and just made for a good start. We'll move on to an upset. The Rams beat the Seahawks, 30-20. Some in this party might not say it's an upset, Frank.
The Seahawks are who I thought they were.
Hey, you've been saying it. Hey, if you don't follow Frank on Twitter, definitely said that after the game.
Wait, you
So-
thought they were frauds?
Once they play a real defense and get shook, they're not the same football team.
Yep, definitely.
They've been playing like shit off since the whole Les Russ Cook thing.
Yeah,
Ever since they
Shit.
played the Rams the first time, they've been playing
Yeah.
like shit.
yeah.
But,
Actually, I
like,
guess the
If
Cardinals.
the
Russ
thing is,
doesn't play
they-
good for that
when-
team, they have no chance
Okay,
of winning.
I'm not gonna bash Dallas that much because Dak was playing great, but they beat Dallas because Dak threw
Yeah,
a
I remember.
dumb
the
pick
game.
in the end zone, and they got hyped about it. Like, y'all lost to the Giants and beat them by I don't remember how many points, a touchdown. Like,
Granted, that was a much
relax.
better Cowboys team than the Cowboys
Oh,
team
I'm
at the
not
start.
gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
or
say
at the end of the year.
but the defense was still bad.
No, the defense
It's
was
still
awful. The
bad.
defense got better. If anything, the offense got way worse, and the defense got a little better as the year went on. Which
And they just got
if
like a
Russ,
metric
yeah,
ton of turnovers.
yeah, if Russ didn't, Russ doesn't play well, they have no chance of winning at all. No chance. And he just did not play well the last couple weeks.
Yeah, that's happened a lot in the playoffs.
Just very, very. It's definitely they ride and die with Russ. Michael, you have
I mean, I'm
anything?
not gonna blame it on him. The O line looked awful,
It was
but
bad.
they were
No, the
getting
Seahawks.
manhandled by
The
Aaron
Seahawks
Donald-less
Yes.
defensive line. Like, that team is who I knew they were. And
That's that the
Friends,
receivers kept
enough has
dropping
been said
everything.
about the Seahawks already on this podcast. Enough shit has been talked. But Michael, do you have anything to add to that?
Nah, pretty much Ramsey. We were talking about like Ramsey versus DK, and I think Ramsey pretty much won all
Yeah,
3 games they played.
Yeah, I think DK had that one good catch at the end of the game where it was him 1-on-1. It was like a little button hook route. It was a good catch. Other than that,
DK had a
Ramsey just had
good
his
game, not
way.
on Ramsey.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Just
saying.
Ramsey.
When Ramsey and him, he had that one catch, and then the rest he was just locked. So fuck down. Yeah, it's impressive to watch Jalen Ramsey. Very, very impressive. But move on to maybe another surprising game. Technically an upset, I guess. Technically an upset, not really. But we'll call it an upset. The
It's not an
5 seed
upset.
Buccaneers beat the 4 seed football team 31-23. Good job, Bucks. But first, I want to talk about Taylor Heineke. Man, was he fun to watch? It's just impressive. It was insane. Anybody else want to start off this one?
Nothing about the game. I mean, it was a good fight by the Redskins, but it's more of a what do
Football
you think
team.
Yeah.
what do you think
Football team.
happened? What do
Football.
you think happens to him after that
You
game?
Washington
Like,
football team.
He gets picked
Honestly,
up. Brock Osweiler.
he gets picked up as a backup. He's like a Nick Foles now. Like, okay, we can trust you to put you in.
Yeah, it was impressive.
You're not gonna
But,
play, but if
yeah.
you have to, we trust you.
yeah, he's already 27. Like, it's not like he's young, and not that 27's old, but NFL terms,
No, but that was a great game. I actually enjoyed the
you
hell
have
out of
to
that game.
you have to give him his credit. That was it was very impressive how he played his heart out. He tried to beat Tom Brady, and he almost did. He really almost did. He had one interception. It wasn't really his fault. Got
That was
batted at the
tipped, though.
line. It got batted at the
Honestly,
line and it landed. Yeah.
Let me say something. If I'm the Bucks, if I'm a Bucks fan or anything, I'm not worried about not putting up as many points as people think they should have because they played a top 5 defense in my opinion, or at least D line, and
I didn't
they
think
made
the
them.
line even played that well.
they're not
No,
a top
exactly.
five
They
defense.
they
They're
did what
not
they
top 5 defense.
they did what they had to do against that defense. But the Bucks fans should be worried about their defense. They allowed that many points.
Imagine what
Yeah.
Drew Brees gonna do next week.
Yeah, it'll be
Spoiler.
Or a dump down.
yeah, it'll be interesting. Tom Brady looked like Tom Brady. He no mistakes. 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, just Tom Brady numbers in the playoffs. Surprisingly, I thought Leonard Fournette played really well, almost 100 yards. He averaged about 5 yards per carry, and if they can get that run game going, that offense is going to be deadly.
I got a
There's a lot of-
question.
yeah.
And I was watching the game. I wasn't listening though. Was
Yeah.
Ronald Jones out? Was he hurt?
Ronald Jones he was out. He was
And COVID.
Oh. Okay.
I mean,
See,
but
I was wondering.
he was out there, but like COVID, it'll fuck you up.
jet sweeps to Antonio Brown, Scotty Miller, but Leonard Fournette really putting that run game on his back with about 20 carries, and really that really, in my opinion, even though that Tom Brady played so well, that run game it really battered that D line and basically enabled them from or disabled them from getting to Tom Brady. Tom Brady had
If
a lot of time.
Washington had a better secondary, they would be a really
Yeah.
good defense. But that's all they're missing. They
They
got good linebackers, good pass rush.
Like I thought Deron Payne, I want to say, had 2 sacks. He played very well, but other than that, that D line was pretty quiet. It was pretty quiet, which is unlike them usually, unlike them. So yeah, Deron Payne had 2, and Sweat had 1 sack. Still 3 sacks, but if you want to beat the Buccaneers and Tom Brady, you're definitely gonna need to do more. Michael, I don't think we've heard about from you for this one.
I started it off.
Oh, you
but,
started off. Yeah, you're right. Okay, we'll move on from that game. Those are all the Saturday games. We'll move on to another good AFC matchup. A lot of people looking forward to this one. The Ravens and the Titans. The Titans went up 10-0 to start. I believe the Ravens scored 13 unanswered or 17 unanswered, something like that. And then ended up pulling away and winning 20-13 over the Titans with a game-winning pick six by Marcus Peters. They went and stomped on the logo. I want to
Was it
start
pick
off.
six?
I want
It was just a
to
pick.
sorry, I didn't mean pick
The
six.
pick.
I just meant a pick to end the game. Sorry. He picked off, and the defense ran over, stomped on the Titans. I want to talk about that first.
Payback, bro.
What?
Yeah, the Titans did it to them.
Just
They
payback.
do it back.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know about you. I don't like Marcus Peters, but
I love Marcus Peters.
nah, screw Marcus Peters.
If you're not a Chiefs, Rams, or Ravens fan, you don't like Marcus Peters, honestly.
Hey, I like the Chiefs, and I don't like Marcus Peters because he was a dickhead on the Chiefs.
Yeah, but he's really good.
Yeah, but he's still just a dickhead. But yeah, it was that Ravens defense. You gotta give them some applause.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hey,
They
they stopped
they
Derrick Henry.
Alright.
stopped Derrick Henry.
They did. I saw the
40
stats. They
yards.
just stopped Derrick Henry. I
40
didn't get to
yards
watch the game
insane.
though because I was
No, they
slumped.
stopped Derrick Henry.
I watched the second quarter and then fell back to sleep.
I think Derrick Henry's top gain. I think it was 8 yards in the fourth quarter. That's just very that was his
The
highest.
Ravens do have a very expensive defense.
Yes, they played like they should play, and
You stop Derrick Henry, you stop the Titans' offense.
yeah, you gotta give some applause to Lamar Jackson as well. Picks up 180 passing yards and 100 and just under
180 passing
140
yards?
and 140 rushing yards. He outpasses Ryan Tannehill and outruns Derrick Henry. You're probably gonna win a game. Lamar picks up his first win. That defense or that offense looked in that second half at least. It looked unstoppable. It was impressive. I don't know if you guys watched it, but man, it was
I
crazy.
watched every
They
game
couldn't be
besides
stopped.
that game.
They just couldn't be stopped in that second half is what it felt like. That game felt like it was over when they went up 7. Any other thoughts on that one?
Don't know if the
Yeah.
Ravens are going to be flukes, going forward,
Yeah, they're riding that hot win streak right now. They could be a tough team to beat in the playoffs. Could be a tough team. They play the Bills. We'll talk about that later, but that'll definitely be a good game. We'll move on to the final NFC game. The Saints beat the Bears 21-9.
I didn't know the Bears showed up.
Yeah.
That was not the Bears.
Just
That
the
was the
last second.
fucking 8th grade team in Chicago.
Just stop. It's a
Nickelodeon
different
squad?
game. It's a different
Right.
game. If
Every-
Williams would have caught that.
Every actor from every Nickelodeon TV show played.
The defense played well. They could only hold on for so long, and then they collapsed, and Saints took over and finished it. Anybody else wanna chime in? Actually, no. Let's talk.
How the hell you drop that
no.
pass?
Let's talk about bum ass Javon Wims.
I
me-
don't
no,
think
no, no,
he's
no.
bad,
No.
but the
He's
fact
awful.
that he gets so
No,
many
no.
targets is ridiculous.
Well, you know why he got so many targets? We had 3 wide receivers injured. 3 wide receivers injured. We had 2 corners injured. A linebacker, or Roquan was injured.
Well,
It was
that's what
very
separates
unlucky.
good players
Yeah.
from bad players. They don't drop those passes in big games.
Exactly. Javon Wims is no. I don't think you understand. I've been watching the
That
Bears for
game's
years.
on Alshon Jeffrey, bro.
We've had Javon Wims for so long, and he's never been good. The best catch he's had in his career was that sideline throw during that game. that Trubisky hit him with. That was a beautiful
He's
throw.
like MVS for the Packers. Always drops the ball.
Literally, yeah, no, but he's worse. He never gets open, and when he does get open, he drops it. It's stupid. At least MVS gets open and drops it. That motherfucker usually never gets open. It was shit pissed me off. That's the same guy who punched what's his face? But Chauncey Gardner Johnson, not to mention Chauncey Gardner Johnson is a freaking I don't know.
Snake.
He just talks a lot. You just gotta be smarter than that.
I don't know. In the words of Conor McGregor, I talk, but I back it up. He backed
Chauncey
it up,
Gardner's
bro.
nah, he's not that good.
He backed it up,
talks,
bro.
he talks, and then people punch him, and then they get kicked out. You just have to have better.
Great strategy.
That's the same thing that happened to Anthony Miller, and then we were down to like Jimmy Graham had to run wide receiver at the end of the game.
That is a great
Yeah,
strategy. Just
so
piss
many.
him off so much that you get your receivers kicked out.
And-
Why
Yeah.
did you talk shit to Antonio Brown?
It's
Funny.
just it was a
Antonio Brown might kill him.
Any other thoughts on the game other than that?
Trubisky sucks. Get rid of him as soon as you can.
It wasn't his.
Jesus.
I wouldn't say that was his fault. That was it's that the coaching's that was such an awful called game. I don't be surprised if Ryan Pace, Chuck Pagano, and Matt Nagy are gone in the offseason. Fuck them. Fire them all.
If
They're
they're all
all
there.
You fire everybody?
Yes, they're awful. The only reason any of them will stay is because they squeaked into the playoffs.
Yeah, the NFC was a joke this year.
Matt Nagy might be the greatest Bears coach.
Lovey Smith, Mike Ditka, Papa Bear, like
See, I don't even know who Papa Bear is, but I know who Matt Nagy
Mark
is.
Callis, the guy who created the NFL,
Joey, I don't
Papa
live in a
Bear?
fantasy land.
My man's just saying names.
created
Right.
the NFL, but it's okay.
Frank, Bert. No.
You
Bert
don't
and
know
Ernie.
Lovey Smith? Lovey Smith's the GOAT. He got fired after.
John Crookshank.
Now we were talking about that. How was Matt Nagy still have a job and Lovey Smith got fired after going 10-6?
Matt Nagy coached the greatest quarterback to ever live.
We talked about that. We were
The
talking
greatest
about that with
quarterback ever lived.
my friends who are Bears fans.
Mahomes.
How do you? Lovey Smith is
I
like
think he left when
fired. If you
Mahomes
fired-
started.
If you fired Brian
He was
Flores,
there for a year.
yeah, he was there for a year. That's like if you
That was
fired
Smith started.
Brian Flores.
But Mahomes was still there.
I know.
Okay, we'll move on from Chicago and the Saints. We'll move on to another. It doesn't look like a blowout in the scoreboard, but it was a blowout. The Browns beat the Steelers.
I want an apology from all
Seven.
y'all.
Apology. I just didn't think the Steelers were gonna be that, but freaking
Just-
bad.
yeah.
That was awful. You're not gonna win many games throwing 5 interceptions.
5 picks?
Or sorry, 5.
Down
4
28-0 the
four
first quarter.
interceptions, 5 turnovers.
What was the other one, a fumble?
Fumble, yeah. It was just, it was awful. The game was awful. Anybody want to say anything? Anybody can start it off.
I've said it the whole time. Not hating on anybody, but I thought the whole time the Browns were a real team. And the Steelers did play
They're a
bad,
real
but I think
team. I think they're a real team. I just didn't know if they're going to be able to get over that all those COVID things they
Yeah.
were dealing with. That was the problem. I thought they were a better team than the Steelers when healthy. Which looks like they're better than the Steelers when they're unhealthy. Frank,
Browns
Mr.
didn't even have a coach and he beat the Steelers.
yeah.
I
playing a
mean,
guy. I'm playing a guy named Steelers fan. I'm gonna say go Browns.
I mean, like, I didn't think the Steelers would really sell the bag that bad. I thought they'd at least put up a fight.
They really.
They put up a fight.
They
It was
put,
just too
they
late.
put up a fight at the end, yeah, when
Fourth
they
quarter.
were already down 28.
Yeah. That was a rough game for Steelers Nation. But
Okay, yeah, you had a bad start with a bad snap. Yeah, that happens in football. That happened in the
Yeah.
Seahawks Super Bowl, Seahawks Broncos.
yeah, that was
But then
awful.
it's pick after pick after pick, and
Yeah.
it's like, dude, they just stopped. They just weren't running it. Like, bro,
Mhm.
they put themselves
They
in that
can't run it.
position.
Yeah. That was just an awful. I've been saying it. I've never thought Mike Tomlin's been a good coach. He's just a player's coach there to fucking deal with
It's
the
not his
talent.
fault.
Because think about it, the talent on that team. Think about the talent over the years that team has had. They got Ben Roethlisberger when he was good,
Rapist.
Antonio Brown,
Crackhead.
Le'Veon Bell,
Well,
Psychopath.
and they still couldn't. They only got what, one Super Bowl?
even
That,
when
with
that was
any of
with those
them.
even
three.
with Le'Veon Bell or Antonio Brown. That was with the good defense. That's when they had a good defense. But
Even when the one conference championship.
Mike Tomlin is just, I don't know. I think he's overrated. He won't get fired because he wins games, but I don't think he's a very good coach. I think he's just there to make everybody happy. He doesn't win football games, but we'll move on.
Look at a Bears fan talking about winning games here.
We'll move on.
You'll take Mike Tomlin in a second.
No, I don't want Mike Tomlin.
Half the league would take him in a second.
No, we'll
That's why
move
they gonna
on.
fire him. It's stupid.
We'll move on to the divisional predictions. We are now down to 8 teams. The NFC, we got Rams, Packers, and the Saints versus Buccaneers, and the AFC, Chiefs, Browns, Bills, and Ravens. We're gonna start it off with the Saturday games at 3 o'clock. The Rams, 6 seed, six seed, yeah, take on the 1 seed Packers. Packers probably heavy favorites at the moment. Because Jared Goff's going to start. We got the number 1 defense playing the number 5 offense. I don't know. The Rams, when was the last time they played? Looks like the last time they played was 2018. The Rams beat the Packers 29-27. Not that that means anything.
Not a damn thing.
But this one, I don't know. I think it's going to be a little closer than people think. I think that Rams defense is going to come out and be at least solid. Like, at least give that off. It's all going to be if McVay can pull off this win. That would be insane. Like, he's carried this awful offense. Let's go see what they're rated. His offense is rated the 11th offense.
Decent.
Think about that. 11th offense in the league. They got Jared Goff starting. That's awful.
But Jared Goff with one thumb.
Yeah. So we'll move on. We'll talk about the predictions. Who wants to start off with their prediction?
I will. Not a. I don't only take upsets, but if I see there's a chance for an upset, like I'll usually take it, and I think there's like a pretty good chance that the Packers get upset.
Yep.
I think the Packers defense, like Frank always says, is very overrated.
Yep.
They're not that good, and it could take the bare minimum from that Rams offense to win.
Mhm.
And I think that D line can stop Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, and you just have to legit Devontae or Jamal Ramsey on Adams
Yeah.
all game can beat them,
Have to.
honestly.
Yeah, you have to. It's gonna be a tall task. Even though Jalen Ramsey, he's good, it's gonna be a tall task to try to keep Devontae Adams in wraps.
It'll be a really good thing.
It'll be a good.
Ramsey goes against the best and always clamps them up, so
Yep.
Yeah, he'll clap him
We'll
up. It's just
have to
everybody else that got to do their jobs.
Yep.
they have pretty good corners.
I mean, you talking about the Rams defense and all that. I'm worried about that Rams offense because they
Yeah.
can stop them 10 times, but
Yeah.
are they going to score?
But
Are
that's
they
what I
gonna-
said. You always talk about the overrated Packers defense, and they suck. And
They don't suck. They have the
But,
ninth
like,
rated.
they
the ninth
just need to
rated defense
play
in the league.
like a bunch of bitches, and they can win. They need to play how the football team played against the Buccaneers. Safe,
got nothing to lose.
drive the ball, right. Just do that. Run the ball with fucking Cam Akers.
Cam Akers. Yep. I
throw
think
it
Cam
slants.
Akers. If the Rams win it, Cam Akers is the key for them winning. Like if Cam
But I
Akers,
don't.
he's been breaking out the last couple weeks, and he broke out last game, and if he can keep doing that, they could give the Packers a tough time.
But I give it like a 30% chance that the Rams win.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take them just for the underdog.
Yep. Frank, you want to give us your prediction since you started chiming there?
I think the Packers will probably pull the game out just because their offense is better.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, like the Seahawks going into it, had the better offense on paper and
Yep.
got ran through.
Can you tell me this, Frank? I didn't watch the game last year when the Niners went against the Packers. How did that game go?
They ran the
Pretty
ball.
much,
They ran
they
the ball.
just
down
ran the
their throat.
ball and kept it away from Aaron Rodgers.
That's how you have to
Exactly.
play against Aaron Rodgers. And I think
And wait,
Sean McVay.
You guys
a
scored
I'm
a
not gonna say
touchdown.
nothing actually.
Sean McVay is a smart enough coach to know I got to keep this away from Aaron Rodgers.
Bill
gonna-
Belichick said like Sean McVay is like the smartest coach.
Yes, I really
Like-
think he'll be
So it's
one of the greatest. He's only 34. He's gonna be coaching forever at this point. Think about how long. Yeah, like I don't know. Michael, I know you took the Rams. I'm taking the Rams as well because I really think that Rams defense can stop this Packers offense consistently. And Sean McVay is such a good coach that he could scheme his way into winning this game. Legitimately
You
scheme.
know what? I'm on the Rams. I want the Rams to win.
This is a
I'm
Rams.
We all on the
what-
Rams
I'm
bandwagon?
on what Frank
Top of
always
the Rams
says. This
bandwagon.
isn't. I don't hate Aaron. I love watching Aaron Rodgers play. I
Fuck.
love watching Devontae Adams cook. I know you don't, Joey, but it's just or he's not like how he's only won one NFC championship.
Yep, only one.
Like he's not that good in the playoffs. He's like Russ. Really good defense.
It's not that he's not good in the playoffs. He usually just never has the team. I'll give him that. He doesn't really underperform too
But
much.
here's the thing, like
Sometimes
when it comes to
they did choke at the end.
when it comes to like not having the team, sometimes you have to be that guy, and
Yep,
you know,
that's yeah. Yep.
you can't always. When Mahomes, he took his team to the AFC Championship. Kareem Hunt was obviously not on the team, and it was a terrible
32nd.
defense.
Yep.
Terrible.
But that's
And he
Aaron
got to the
Rodgers does that
AFC
too.
Championship.
The NFC Championship.
Yeah, but the thing is, Rodgers, whenever it comes up, he's not losing by 7 or
Yeah,
he's getting
you're right.
beat bad.
And let's talk
still
about
taking
the
the Rams.
offsides.
I'm taking the Rams.
What you mean the offsides?
E forward, bitch ass.
Oh yeah.
Fuck D Ford.
He would just
So,
sit there like offsides.
I think the Packers can beat the Rams, yeah, but it's the playoff Packers.
Playoff Packers, man.
Like I'm gonna pick the Rams. I'm going with the Rams.
It's the greatest.
Yeah.
You hopping on the bandwagon, or you going Pack? Go Pack, go.
Well, I had the Reds winning last week. Might as well have to win this week.
We're the Rams.
I think I'm the only one who
Fuck
picked the
that,
Rams to
dude.
win last week.
Hey,
You were-
did do that.
Yeah, I
You
picked
did
the
do that.
Seahawks.
Hey,
Imagine me picking the Seahawks.
You should have went against your intuition, Frank.
this is a
Or
Ram, this is a Rams winning podcast. If it happens, you know, we better get shouted out.
I have a game I'm excited to talk about.
I'm guessing it's the last one of the weekend.
Just keep it going.
We're gonna move on to the second game on Saturday, the first AFC game. The Ravens versus the Bills. I think all four matchups they are great matchups playing against each other. But I think this one will be fun. You got Lamar versus Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna be high flying. It's gonna be passing. There's gonna be obviously running on the. We got the best running offense. Seven best, two really good defenses playing. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. The only thing that scares me, right here, it's been saying the Bills have a good running defense. They're one of the top teams running defenses in the league. Hey, and the Ravens are the worst passing offense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they'll be able to run, but if it comes down to Lamar throwing, I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with Josh Allen. I'm not going to give my prediction yet. We'll move on to somebody else. Anybody else want to give their prediction?
For the Ravens Bills.
Ravens Bills.
I think it's going to be a very high scoring game. I think the Ravens defense should play a lot better than it does.
Yep.
But I think the winner of this could easily go to the Super Bowl because I think both those teams are playing really good.
So, very high levels right now. Yes.
Yeah. It's hard because the Bills they're both really hot right now, but I think that the Ravens will pull it out because I think they have a better defense.
Yep. They did play last year. The Ravens won 24-17. Why? That's 2019 last season. Not that that means too much again, but you never know.
But I think I'll say this for my Chiefs prediction though, but I got the Ravens.
Yep.
You know, I want to pick the Bills because I feel like their defense will stop the Ravens, but I
Kansas
thought
City?
I'm gonna pick the Ravens. I'm
Mm,
trusting Lamar.
Justin Lamar in the
I'm
playoffs.
trusting that defense to
I
stop
think
that
it's.
Bills
I don't think it's
offense.
Lamar. It's the defense. Can you trust that defense? That's my thing.
But the thing is that defense
Yeah.
isn't bad. Like
hmm
Just
It
doesn't
shouldn't
play
be
good
bad. It shouldn't
sometimes.
be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
yeah.
It's the what
And
the $100 million defense that plays like $100.
Yes.
They're inconsistent.
No,
Very,
I'm gonna
more
be
than
very.
100
honest.
million.
I don't
One
even
I
think.
know
player
that
makes 100
Yeah,
mil.
I
you're
know
right.
I know they have a lot of weapons on that offense,
Yeah,
No.
but
If we're being honest, not really.
yeah.
I mean,
Lamar
They make
and
no,
weapons.
I'm talking
They
about the Bills
make weapons.
offense.
Oh well, I
oh,
think the Ravens have a lot. They got weapons. They got Andrews. They got J.K. Dobbins, who's been actually
I
playing
think those are the only three
very,
weapons.
very well lately.
But I'm talking about like okay, so the Bills offense. What is the most consistent thing on that offense? Stephon Diggs getting a touchdown,
Yep.
140 yards every game.
Yep.
Keep him out of the game, like Ramsey's. Like keep him out of the game. I think they can win it.
I don't think they're gonna keep them out of the game.
They don't have a Ramsey
I'll
on their
go to mine.
team.
I'll go to
I mean,
my
they have
prediction
good
here.
corners though.
That's
They got.
exactly. That's
Yeah, but
exactly
they're
why
not
I'm
Jalen Ramsey.
picking the Bills.
I know
That's
that.
exactly why I'm picking the Bills. This offense, the running offense, Josh Allen, they're all passing. They're what? Let's see, the number 3 passing offense in the league. They're not going to be able to keep up, in my opinion. I don't think they have a player who can stop Stephon Diggs. I don't think Marcus Peters is good enough to stop, or Marlon Humphreys. Sorry, you could throw either of them on. I don't think they're stopping. I don't think they're stopping Stephon Diggs,
It's
and
gonna be a good game. I
they have
want the
other
Ravens to win. I feel like the Bills are gonna win, but I want the Ravens to win.
I'm going We're back. Sorry, we cut our call cut out for a second. We're gonna pick back up, talk about the Chiefs. Michael, you wanted to say something?
Did we not get any of what I said?
No, it all got in there. It was just it cut off right at the end when I left. When I joined back and said it.
Oh,
That's all I got
well, I
cut off.
was done. I think Mr. Gray did. I don't know if Frank had anything to say.
Frank was saying something.
I mean, I was just talking about how the Rams. Why do I keep saying the Rams, bro? The Browns just need to keep the ball away from Mahomes and time of possession. They have to win that. So
You were talking about the Rams style offense the Browns needed to do, like run,
play action, just run your tempo. Like make it your when the time of possession. Just don't let them get the ball.
I do think that if there's any team to beat the Chiefs, it's going to be the Ravens or the Browns with the running offense they have. I don't see any other team.
I feel like the
beating them.
Browns' running offense is way better than the Ravens because they got the backs for it. Like they will just, Kareem Hunt's tired, Chubb come in. Chubb's tired, Hunt come in. Like
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens is mostly Lamar.
Yeah.
If you're the Chiefs, you should come in. We're stopping Chubb. We're stopping Kareem Hunt. Let Baker beat us. If Baker beats us, whatever. But we'll take. That's the best way you should come in to play
The Browns will have to outscore
the Browns. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for them to outscore the Chiefs. So
I think it'll be like
definitely
a
gonna have to be a
fucking
factor.
a combined score in like the 80s or 90s. Honestly,
It could be like that Steelers, like the score, not the game, but the Steelers Browns game. It could be similar to that.
Just gonna pull away late though.
Yeah.
hopefully.
We got a lot to talk about that one. That's going to be another good one. Can't stop emphasizing that there's so many good games for this divisional matchup. We'll go to the last one here. I think this is the one Frank was excited to talk about.
No, it was the Chiefs one.
It was the Chiefs one? Okay, I was but still.
That's the main event?
This is, like Mr. Ray
What's the
said,
main event?
this
Bucks,
is the main
Buccaneers.
event. There's a reason they put this as the last game. Bucks, Saints. Brady versus Breeze. This is going to be Breeze's last year. Can he beat Brady?
Can I talk about
In
it?
the
Can I
NFC.
talk about it?
We'll start it off with Frank. What do you think, Frank?
Okay, so I kind of forgot that they were the last game, so I guess I am really excited to
Excited.
talk about this.
I'm excited to
Tom
watch
Brady
it.
got his ass whooped twice this year
Yeah.
by Drew Brees. This is a different Bucks team from those weeks, though. I think this is definitely a way better Bucks offense.
There's always that old football saying, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. It's hard to beat it.
Here's the thing. Yes, I think this is definitely a better Bucks offense.
Oh, yeah, but I think it's
But the defense just got exposed by the Washington football team.
I think the Saints' defense has got even better, too.
That's
not
what
to
I'm saying.
Not to mention, you get Mike Thomas back. Kamara's going to be playing.
They didn't have Thomas for any of the other games.
Nope. And Thomas, as watching the Bears play the Saints, he's still Mike Thomas.
The Bucks to win this game have to play mistake-free football on offense.
Yep. Tom Brady.
And on defense, they have to get turnovers. They cannot do.
They have to make Drew Brees look like old.
That's the problem. Drew Brees does not make many mistakes.
Exactly.
They have to.
This game, are they gonna have Ronald Jones back for this?
I don't know, man. The way Leonard Fournette played, you might.
Well, I'm not saying don't use Leonard Fournette, but you got Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette plus those weapons.
I get what you're saying.
I'm excited for this game.
They're going to actually have to, run the ball because the last time the Saints played them, they didn't run the ball at all.
They didn't run the ball.
The problem with running against the Saints, I believe, are the best run defense.
And I think the Bucks are too.
They both have good rush defense.
They give people fits on. They don't let people run on them. They don't get ran on. Like, I remember Dalvin Cook couldn't run on them. Derrick Henry couldn't. This team shuts down great running backs. The Buccaneers don't really have a great running back. They have a decent run game. I don't know if the run game is going to be able to be a factor too much for the Bucks. That's what I'm scared for the Bucks. We'll move. Somebody else want to talk? I'm not sure. I still don't know who I'm going here. Still up in the air.
Mr. Grace, you got it.
Just start us off.
You remember earlier when you said that it's hard to beat a team 3 times?
Hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah, the last time that happened was 2017, the Saints and the Panthers. They beat them
Mhm.
3 times.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true. That is true. That's true.
Yeah, I think the Saints are gonna win.
Saints are gonna win.
Yeah. It's just like it's gonna be close. It might go to
This
overtime.
is gonna be
I said
tough.
this last week.
This is gonna be such a good game.
Yeah.
This is gonna be tough. I still have no clue. You make a good point.
Michael.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael. I still don't know. Just looking at the stats right
I like Brady. Not a big fan of Drew Brees, but
now. Why?
I don't know. He just kind of fucking annoys me.
Noodle arm.
What?
I said noodle
Oh,
arm.
noodle arm. It's probably because we know a bunch of Saints fans who suck his dick. Um,
That's probably why, to be honest.
but I do
You know,
think
Frankie sucks Tom Brady's dick.
I think the Bucks have just a teensy better offense, maybe, but
I don't
Saints
know
have the
with
better
Mike Thomas,
defense.
though, man.
Yeah, I think the Saints are just a better team all around. I think they'll beat them. It'll be a really good game though, because of Brady, of course.
Yeah, but Frank, go ahead. I need to hear what you say.
I mean,
Leaning one team, but I don't know.
okay. So if you're looking at the Saints offense across the board, you got Drew Brees,
Yep.
Kamara, Jared Cook, then you got Mike Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, and what's that one guy's name? He's fast as hell.
Well, oh my God, that pissed me. I want to talk about real quick before I can't think of his name. It's their punt returner, kick returner, fast as fuck. He had 9 catches the whole game. The Bears let him catch the ball like 7 times. Just saying. Bullshit.
You mean the
Motherfucker
season?
had-
Anyways, okay.
Ugh.
So you got him. So you got that offense. Then you go up against the offense with Brady, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones. They go in and out.
Yeah.
Mike Evans,
I think it's going to be
Antonio
more about the
Brown,
defense.
Chris Godwin. I feel like those 3 players right there are better than the Saints' weapons. Antonio Brown and Mike Evans. Godwin wasn't a 1,000-yard receiver last year.
But this year.
Okay, well this year he was hurt half the
He was
year.
Exactly. They don't. I still gotta give the weapons to the Saints.
Well,
Man.
1,000 yards really isn't that big of an accomplishment
But
anymore.
when you have 2 1,000-yard receivers, though, I mean, granted, it
They were
was Jameis just throwing it
They
up.
were chucking it, yeah.
Motherfucker had 30 picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just chucking it. He's just throwing that bitch. Who's your pick, Frank?
Picking the Bucks.
Picking the Bucks.
He's got to go with boyfriend.
Okay. See, if you look at it on paper, you gotta look at, like Frank was saying, Brady Breeze. Give Brady the edge. You got Mike Thomas, Mike Evans. 2 really good
Thomas.
receivers. Godwin, Godwin and Emmanuel Sanders. Got to give Godwin probably it. But you got Kamara, probably pushes them over the top. They have close. I think the Saints probably have better weapons. I think the Saints have probably one of the best defenses in the league. But man, it's tough. I'm picking the Bucks just for Brady magic. I think.
Now, the thing is, if Drew Brees plays bad, do you think they would sub in Taysom Hill?
You mean like a Lamar rookie year bad where he was in that playoff game and they were just like, nah, take him out. Nah, I think they're going to ride with Drew Brees till the end.
So let's go around and everybody.
The camp.
So everybody knows what everybody's prediction is for that last game. So I got the Bucks.
I got the Bucks.
And then you got the Saints. Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of the Picture Podcast. But we need to do one thing before we end it off.
Don't put me on the spot.
You didn't say that this was a peer-to-peer podcast?
No. There's one thing we need to do. What do we end every podcast off with?
Oh, dude,
Mike.
I was not prepared.
Co-producer Mike.
Fuck.
It's metaphor time.
Dude, I don't have a metaphor, bro. Someone else has got to give a metaphor.
I don't even know what a metaphor is.
Neither does
Give me a-
Michael. He just says shit.
Frank, just give a story, bro. What's gonna happen?
Give us a story. What's happening?
You know, man, Tom Brady, he's been down a lot in his games, and he always looked down, and he looked back up to God. And that's just like when you get in a sandwich and they're like, hey, we out of salami, but you like, dang, and then you look up and you're like,
there's beef.
Exactly. So Tom Brady, even when he's out, He's still in it because he knows
still
there's always
in.
something else.
But he didn't get his salami.
But at the end of the day, even if he didn't get his salami, he still got the sandwich.
He's still
Ooh,
eating.
He's still eating, exactly.
So you're
That
saying
metaphor was
the
all over
first
the
two
place.
games he didn't get the salami, but the third game he's getting the beef.
The first 2 games, bro, he did not get his salami. They were out of everything, and he was like, "Damn."
He was eating
Then he
cheese
went
and
back
lettuce.
in. He went back in. He said, "You wanna know what? Give me the beef." They said,
Ooh.
"You want the beef?" He said, "Give me the beef."
They said you gotta fight for the beef. He fought for the beef.
He fought for the beef.
Drew Brees beat him for the beef.
Oh. Okay. I have no clue what the fuck that meant. But we'll end it off there. Any last
Jameis
words
ate the
before we
beef.
sign off? Jameis.
Jameis ate the beef.
You know what he called it? W.
Ate the beef.
Okay, we'll end it off
Final
there.
words.
Final words. What's the greatest final words?
I don't got nothing else to say.
Frank, final words.
Go Bucks.
Co-producer Mike, final words.
Hocus pocus, your mom is a locust.
Got him. Okay. Go check out our last episode. Be ready for our next episode where we recap the divisional games and talk about the conference games.
And we see
Like-
Frank's Pete.
Like, subscribe, comment. Comment what you want us to talk about. We just had a recap and a predictions this time. We always want to try to have 3 segments. Try to give us something to talk about here.
Yeah. Send us in your high school football tapes. We'll critique them.